Hello guys and welcome back. In this video I want to take a look at the preparations for the blueprint. So this is going to be hopefully a very short video where I will go through some of the minor changes so we can prepare this. Okay, so actually I want to first come into the blueprinting. So the game. So when we come into idle or cover mode with the rifle and move to the corner, for example, he's gonna follow that corner around, and we want to actually disable this one. And also, no, let's focus on this first. So we have the code check movement state here, and maybe I should start off by doing a few minor changes, because in the meantime I kind of if you remember, I said something in the beginning that it's good thing to have these coming in, then because then I can see wherever this is being used and so on. And then, while this is still true, I just think that the movement state is kind of like a fundamental thing for our character, because it's driving a lot of the logic around it. So to have this being input all these places, I actually want to get rid of them because it's kind of just an overhead, unnecessary overhead now, I think. So this is actually something I'm gonna do over the next few videos to eliminate these parameters here. It's been quite a difficult decision. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna go with. And also, I think this one is in cover. This is a function I made. I'm gonna convert this to to a macro, because it's kind of annoying that I have to drag an executable line every time here when I just want to have a smaller piece here. So let's do that first and simplify this a little bit. So we're gonna say movement state, get the movement state, and we're just gonna get the global one, so we're not gonna worry about this one. Actually, we can do that afterwards. So we're gonna say, if we are in cover, it's gonna say equal to, I could actually, no, I cannot, but it's gonna be one of these two. So it's going to be this one, or it's going to be standing cover or in crouching cover. So if either of these are true, put in or, then we are in cover mode. So I'm just gonna drag this one up here and mark this up and say collapse to a macro. And now I'm gonna call this is in cover. Okay, I have function name for that right now. So once this is replaced all over, I can use that name. Actually, let me do something else. Is in cover. Okay, find the function, call this 3, and then we can call this 2. Oh, 0, without anything. And that's gonna make it prettier, I think. So now we have a macro for that. I don't like the term return value, so I'm just gonna go in here and give it yes. So this one is gonna be true if we are in some kind of cover mode. And we also need to check if we are in hanging braced state. And I actually want to pack this into a, even though it's really simple, movement state. Equals to, because this enables me to, it's hanging braced. just encapsulate things in these macros, and if I need to put something else into it later on, I can just go ahead and change that without having to rewire too much. So I hope that made a bit sense. It's kind of a revelation when I started doing this. So it's gonna make good sense, I promise. So collapse to a macro. Oops. Undo. Say this one. And collapse to a macro is, oops. Is hanging raised. Yes. Okay. So this one. So that means that we can take this stuff here and oops, delete this and just wire this one up and plug this one in. And actually these things we actually want to make even more compact, because these two I can use in other places. So I'm actually going to right click these and also collapse to a macro again, and this one I'm going to call should check alignment. So this this macro tells us if we should check align the character to a wall, for example, in this case. Yes. And another good thing about this is that it's easier to read now. Should check alignment. So this is, if this is true, then we can continue, and all this is going to be way easier to look at. So the other thing I talked about, where we want to only come to the corner and not just swing around the corner when we are in cover mode. That stuff we want to go from this one. Let's see, because all this stuff here is the alignment logic, and now we want to actually make quite a few changes here. So all this stuff here, okay, this is these two, these and these and these, this stuff and this stuff. Just, oops, I forgot something. I want to move. God damn it, I forgot something. Okay, let's try that again. This, all this stuff, and apparently this one doesn't get selected, and this one doesn't either. So we need to select that, and that one, and that one, I believe. And let me see, this guy also. I want to move up here. So this is saying if we are if we're moving, we want to check how we should align if we are climbing, actually. And the first pin says add the wall normal, and let's see, we want that still to execute, but in between another check here. We don't want to do this, so we always We only want to do this if we are in a hanging braced state. So now we can just drag this one in. Okay. So let's see. Then if we are not in a hanging braced, then we are probably in some sort of cover state. And maybe I should add this. I don't think I did this when I did it the first time, but I should probably say, oh, not this one, as in cover. Actually, as long as we have this gated by this should check alignment, we should be okay. But in case I make a mistake and the logic changes over time, then it's good to have this one, because I only want to do some other stuff here if we are in cover mode. So this, what we're gonna drag out from here, is eventually going to be the logic that drives the emerge code. Okay. So I'm just gonna, actually I think I'm gonna make a note about this here. Like this. We're gonna return to this. Okay. So we still have the normal, and do we want this one? Yes, we do. And let's see. Align character to wall. We still want to do that. And there's too many crossing lines here. Sorry, I'm just pausing a little bit here. Because I have too many crossing lines, I think. Okay. Actually, let's take a look at it. Let's see if I change anything. So if we come here and go into cover mode, yeah, he's gonna pop out right out. So that's working. And if we are in a normal, he's also gonna pop off the wall. So I think that's a good start. And I promised myself I would keep this video a bit short, so I think I'm actually gonna stop here and just leave mention again that I'm gonna take a lot of these calls here and replace over the next few videos, because I think this is kind of necessary to get this more readable. Yeah, right. For example, this one is hanging braced. Voila. It's way easier to read, I think. And this one is in cover. It's kind of taking up too much space. So this one out with you, in with you, like that. So, and this is basically the same. So taking up way less space, and I think it's easier to read. If we don't have a wall, where's this coming from? Okay. I wonder if we ever use this one. I guess we do. Well, okay. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna do so much more here. let's continue working with this refactoring in the next episode. So stay tuned for more, and bye bye.